Welcome, dear all. Today we are going to discuss about the types of hardness and the degree of hardness in the water sample. So let us begin with the types of hardness. The hardness of the water can be classified in two categories. One is the temporary hardness and second is the permanent hardness. So let us begin with the temporary hardness of water. The temporary hardness is due to the dissolved bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium in the water. So basically, the hardness causing salts for temporary hardness are the calcium bicarbonate and the magnesium bicarbonate. When such water is heated, these bicarbonates decomposes into carbonates, and these carbonates are insoluble in the water, hence precipitate out in the solution. So that is why this type of hardness can be removed by the simple boiling, because when we boil the water, the bicarbonates get converted into the soluble in the water, so the carbonates are precipitate in the water. Therefore the bicarbonates are not so longer remaining in the water sample, hence this hardness can be easily removed by the boiling of water. And this hardness is also known as the carbonate hardness. Now, second one is the permanent hardness of water. The permanent hardness is due to the presence of sulfates, chlorides, and nitrates of calcium and magnesium. So basically, the salts responsible for permanent hardness are calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, and the calcium and magnesium nitrates. It cannot be removed by boiling, but for removal of these salts, some specific methods such as the ion exchange method, zeolite method, and the lime soda method are required. The permanent hardness is also known as the non-carbonate hardness of water. So now I hope we are able to understand about the permanent hardness and the temporary hardness. Now let us look the differences between these two types of hardness. So first is the first difference, causing salt. That means what salts are responsible for the temporary hardness and the permanent hardness. As just we now discussed that the temporary hardness is caused by the calcium and magnesium bicarbonates, while the permanent hardness is caused by the calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium and magnesium nitrate, and the calcium and magnesium chlorides. Other name of the hardness, the temporary hardness, permanent hardness is also known as the non-carbonate hardness. Removal methods, the temporary hardness can be easily removed by boiling and other softening methods. But the permanent hardness cannot be removed by boiling. For the removal of the permanent hardness, specific methods, softening methods are required, such as ion exchange method, zeolite method, and the lime soda method. So these are the basic differences of the temporary and the permanent hardness. Now, coming towards the next topic, that is the degree of hardness. So what is the degree of hardness? The degree of hardness of water basically refers to the concentration of dissolved minerals, primarily calcium and magnesium ions in the water. That is mean the degree of hardness is the concentration of all the hardness causing salts present in the water. So these minerals are the main contributors to the water hardness. And this degree of hardness, or we can say hardness, can be expressed in terms of calcium carbonate equivalents. So now question comes to our mind that what is the calcium carbonate equivalent? So basically the calcium carbonate equivalent is the expression in which hardness can be expressed. We know that hardness is caused by various type of salts such as calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium and magnesium sulfate. So it is very difficult to express the hardness of water in terms of each individual salt. So to resolve this problem, what we can do, we can express the hardness causing by all these different type of salt in terms of one single salt, that is calcium carbonate. So what is the calcium carbonate equivalent? It is the conversion of all the different type of salts which causes hardness into the one term, that is the calcium carbonate term. So this is known as the calcium carbonate equivalent. So basically, what is the calcium carbonate equivalent? The hardness causing by all the different types of calcium and magnesium salts can be expressed in terms of a single salt, that is calcium carbonate, and this expression is known as the calcium carbonate equivalent. Now, why we are choosing the calcium carbonate to express the hardness? There are the two reasons to express the hardness in terms of calcium carbonate equivalent. The first reason is that calcium carbonate is the most insoluble salt in water and can be used as the reference because it is the common precipitate formed when hardness causing salts are neutralized. For example, during boiling. So this makes calcium carbonate a convenient basis for expressing the hardness in terms of its effect on water. So why we are choosing calcium carbonate? The first reason is that calcium carbonate is the most insoluble salt and all the hardness causing salts can be converted into the calcium carbonate PPT. So it is easy to calculate the hardness in terms of calcium carbonate equivalent. The second reason for choosing calcium carbonate as a reference because the calcium carbonate has a molecular weight 100, which make the calculations easier for calculating the hardness of water. Thus, by using calcium carbonate equivalent, we can express the hardness from different ions in uniform and very understandable manner. Now, how can we calculate or express the hardness of water in terms of calcium carbonate equivalents? That means how we convert any single type of salt into the calcium carbonate equivalent. So to understand this conversion, let us take example of calcium chloride as hardness causing salt present in the water. We know that the 1 mole of calcium chloride and 1 mole of calcium carbonate generates equal amount of calcium ions in the water because 1 mole of calcium chloride gives 1 calcium ion. Similarly, 1 mole of calcium carbonate gives 1 calcium ions. And we know the ions responsible for hardness is calcium ions and magnesium ions. So if the calcium chloride and calcium carbonate generates equal amount of calcium ions in the water, that means these can generate equal amount of hardness in the water. So that by this we concluded that the 1 mole calcium chloride is equal to 1 mole calcium carbonate and both of these causes the same amount of hardness in the water because both of these 1 mole of both these salts generates equal amount of calcium ion and calcium ion are the responsible for the hardness. So that is why 1 mole of both of these salts causes same amount of hardness. Now we know the molecular weight of calcium chloride is 111 gram and molecular weight of calcium carbonate is 100 gram. That means we can say that 1 mole of calcium chloride is equal to 111 gram and 1 mole of calcium chloride carbonate is equal to 100 grams. So we can write that 111 gram of calcium chloride is equal to 100 gram of calcium carbonate. Why we can write so? Because we know that 1 mole of calcium chloride is equal to 111 gram of calcium chloride and 1 mole of calcium carbonate is equal to 100 gram of calcium carbonate, and 1 mole of both of these salts are equal. That is why we can equate 100 gram of calcium chloride is equal to 100 gram of calcium carbonate. If 111 gram calcium chloride is equal to 100 gram of calcium carbonate, then a gram of calcium chloride must be equal to 100 by 111 multiplied by a gram. That is the weight of calcium chloride in terms of calcium carbonate equivalents. So that means we can now write this is as this type of equation, that is 100 divided by 111 multiplied by x gram of calcium chloride is equal to weight of calcium chloride in terms of calcium carbonate equivalent. Here 100 is the molecular weight of calcium carbonate, which remains same always in all type of conversion of the salts into calcium carbonate equivalent, and 111 is the molecular weight of calcium chloride. If there is another salt, let us say example calcium sulfate. So if calcium sulfate is there, so we will put the molecular weight of calcium sulfate in place of 111 here. So this 111 is the molecular weight of calcium chloride. If hardness is caused by some other salt, then we have to put the molecular weight of that salt in place of this calcium chloride molecular weight. So now this equation is clear that if we want to convert the calcium carbonate equivalent of any salt, then the final equation will be 100 divided by molecular weight of hardness causing salt multiplied by weight of hardness causing salt. So this equation is equal to weight of hardness causing salts in terms of calcium carbonate equivalent. So this is the very simple equation. That means calcium carbonate equivalent of any salt is equal to 100 by molecular weight of that salt multiplied by whatever the amount of that salt given in the numerical. So I hope it is very clear now that how we convert the amount of the salt present in the water sample to the calcium carbonate equivalent. Now, what is the unit of the hardness? The hardness is commonly measured in the parts per million ppm or milligram per liter as calcium carbonate equivalent. And on the basis of the different concentration of the calcium carbonate equivalents, the water may be classified as soft water, moderately hard water, salt water which contains 0 to 60 milligram per liter calcium carbonate equivalent hardness, moderately hard water which contains 61 to 120 milligram per liter calcium carbonate equivalent hardness, and the hard water which contains 121 to 180 milligram per liter calcium carbonate equivalent hardness, and the very hard water that contains above 180 milligram per liter of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness in the water. Now, time for the learning check. So, read out the question comes to your screen and try to solve this. A water sample has a concentration of 60 milligram per liter of calcium ions and 40 milligrams per liter of magnesium ions. Calculate the total hardness of water in terms of calcium carbonate equivalent. What data we are given in the numerical? Molecular weight of calcium, that is 40, molecular weight of magnesium 24, and molecular weight of calcium carbonate 100. So pause the video and try to solve this numerical. Now, to solve this numerical, we have to go in 3 steps. First is convert the concentration of calcium ions to calcium carbonate equivalent. To convert this, we have to calculate by this way, that 60, that is the amount of calcium ion given in the solution, 60 multiplied by 100 by 40. Why we are taking here 100 by 40? 100 is the molecular weight of calcium carbonate and 40 is the weight of the calcium ions. So this is the formula for calcium carbonate equivalent. So this comes to be 150 milligram per liter as calcium carbonate equivalent. Second step is the convert the concentration of magnesium ions to calcium carbonate equivalent. So this equation comes to 40. 40 is the amount of magnesium ions given in the solution. So 40 multiplied by 100 by 24. Why 100 by 24? Because 100 is the calcium carbonate molecular weight and weight of the magnesium ion molecular weight is given 24. So magnesium equivalent is equal to 164.7 as calcium carbonate equivalent. Now, to calculate the total hardness, we have to add both of these, magnesium and calcium concentration in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalent. So, by adding the 150 plus 164.7, we are getting the 314.7 milligram per liter as calcium carbonate. So the hardness of this water sample is the 314.7 milligram per liter as calcium carbonate. So option D is the correct option. So I hope from today's video you are able to understand about the types of hardness and degree of hardness. So if you like the video, please share it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.